Disclaimer. Hey, what is going on everyone? It's your boy TFD back again with another video. Now this time I'm going to be showing you how to mod Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival for Steam. This is only using the Steam version. You cannot mod the Xbox version as far as I'm aware, but the Steam version is always the most recommended in terms of gameplay. Before this tutorial starts, I just also want to give a quick disclaimer that all of these mods used here are within fair use. And yes, they do kind of violate Bandai Namco's terms of usage guidelines about their games, but honestly, this is only just for creative fun. And if you don't want them to, block you for using their game or stuff like that, there is one simple trick that I would recommend doing, which first of all, let's enter the game real quick. Once you're in the game, you want to go to My Room. And then after this, you want to go into Game Settings. So once you're at this screen, you'll want to go all the way down until you see something called Data Usage Policy, which is check the data use policy and select Agree or Decline. Now, what separates this from the EULA and the privacy policy is that these ones are obligated, and then the data usage policy is non-obligated. It's not mandatory to do so. You can decline it if you want. So the only thing that Bandai Namco collects in terms of data is your game account ID, your IP address, and your gameplay logs. So as you can see right there, type of data collected, gaming account ID, IP address, and gameplay log. Consent is optional and you may play the game without loss of features even if you do not consent to this use. So what this means is that you can theoretically allow Bandai Namco to see what mods you're using for them to eventually block them in the future. But this is just my personal preference. I'd rather turn it off because I don't want Bandai Namco to look at my mods, because there are some of them that actually do some really unwanted stuff. So just make sure to read the entire thing, press backspace, and then select decline from the menu. And after that, you should be good, and we can move on to the second part. So the very first thing that I would recommend doing is getting BepInEx, which I will have a link to down in the description, and you'll want to go and scroll down until you click on Assets, which should be right here. And then you'll want to get the x64 build. Now, I don't know if it works on macOS or Linux, but you want to get the Unity IL2 CPP version, which should be Win, N64, 6.0.0, and Pre-2. So you'll want to download that. I already have it downloaded. You can also use programs such as 7-Zip to actually make it work a little bit better. And the download is free and it's also really easy to use. So if you want to use that, I would highly recommend it. WinRAR is just not going to cut it. Once you have the 7Z window opened up in another window, you'll want to go to your Steam library. You want to go to Steam Apps, Common. And then after this, you'll want to go into your Rhythm Festival folder. And then here I have everything already set up, but what you want to do is drag in all of these 5 files. And after that, you can just drag them all in here. And then that's it. You're pretty much done with your setup. Now, I know what you might be thinking, TFD, where do you actually get most of these mods? There should be a really easy place to get them, right? And there is, which is DefBlood's GitHub page, which I highly recommend checking out. I will put a link to that in the description as well if you want to check most of these mods out. Keep in mind, there are 2 categories of mods. There is the Taiko Drum Master mods, which is only for the Xbox version. And then you also have RF mods, which is Rhythm Festival mods, which is the ones that you're looking for. Anything that has RF in the title, you can easily get them. Once you click on a link, you should also have the same thing. So you click on Assets and then you click on Zip, and then you should have a singular DLL file attached, and you drag them all inside the plugins folder, and that's it. You should be done. I'll also be making a mod showcase for this video, and I'm hoping that you'll find some of these mods interesting. So with that out of the way, all of the links for the mods will be in the description as well. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. So the very first mod that I want to tackle is the Dawn Coins mod. As you can see on the top right corner, all of these coins are actually past their limits. So normally you would see them as 99,999 and it would cap out as such, but now using a specific mod called Remove Dawn Coin Cap, you can make sure that this limit is never achieved. So you can always have the real number of Dawn coins. One that I'm actually waiting for is the ability to remove gaining coins, which is something that's probably going to be very interesting in the future, because if you've already obtained drum level max, you keep getting coins even though you already bought the entire store. So this might be a little bit problematic for some people who might want to get 100% in the game, for example, which is probably never going to happen apart from me. Another mod that is very useful as well is the skip splash screen mod made by Deflood as well, which basically skips the entire splash screens. For example, the autosave, the logo for Bandai Namco, the Cryware logo, all that kind of stuff. So it makes the game load 100 times faster than usual. You know, it loads up a little bit more faster, and it just makes the game a breeze to go through. Another mod that I also really recommend is two mods actually, which are both related to the playlists things that you can actually get inside of the game. That of which being the auto populate playlist mod and the remove playlist cap mod. Now, as you can see, some of these categories are completely different, so you don't see pop or anime or Vocaloid or variety or any of that stuff. Basically, in this, you have a lot of options that you can use in the configuration file for the mod, and there is a whole lot of stuff to tweak around. For example, if you want to sort by easy, normal, hard, extreme, or UDA, and then there's also the FC requirements, if the song has no crowns on it, if there is a specific difficulty level to search for. So this makes searching by this completely useless, but at the same time, it's kind of cool to have because it acts like a secondary playlist option. For example, here we have some uncleared easy songs. We need to DFC on easy, all 8 stars from any difficulty, all even stars, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Base game songs. Now, here's the thing. Normally you cannot rename playlists because it'll show up only as playlist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. But with remove playlist cap, it allows you to rename the playlist, so you don't have to do anything with it, so you can just tweak a little bit and just make it so it's tweaked to your liking. For example, here we have duplicate songs, we have songs that I really like, and then here we have FC songs and DFC, and it's very useful to have. And also, if you noticed, some of the songs surpass the limit for 100 songs in a playlist. So this makes it so that the songs are very easier to navigate and there is much more content to have in them. So that's very useful. Thank you so much to Deflood. We'll also end things off on a really good note. For example, we have one specific mod that'll very much blow your mind because it feels like you're actually playing the arcade version. So let's go on a song, for example, X-Day 2000, and let's hit a big note with a single button. Yes, this is possible. So now what you can do is basically press one singular button and have it act as the arcade version of Taiko no Tatsujin, where you have to hit one singular note with enough force to trigger the big note instead of having both at the same time, which is very useful if you're playing very stamina heavy charts or stuff like that. So that way you don't have to force yourself to do that. And that's it for this tutorial on how to mod Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival. So I hope this actually helped you in some cases. If you liked this video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. I make a lot of rhythm game content, and I'm very happy to be a part of this scene. I'm just hoping that big AAA companies won't come after me. Apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.